Hello, thank you for joining. This space, my periscopes, they're totally like no judgments, all free to, share your own experience. I totally believe we can learn from each other's experiences, and what I like to do on my platform is educate you or share knowledge that I have learned from my cosmetology education and my experiences as a loctician, as a natural hairstylist. So that's where the information is coming from, my professional expertise and personal experiences. So if you do not agree with my philosophies, that's, or if you are not open to receiving them, it's all good. There's no judgment. I'm not saying you have to do this. Just passing on what I have learned, okay? So, again, thank you for joining me. We're talking about what you don't know about henna. So, let's get into it. What I did was I used henna, and as a loose natural, I loved henna because I felt like it actually gave my hair, I felt like it changed the color of my hair, natural hair color, exactly. I was a total natural hair Nazi, so I didn't, I was like, I'm totally against any type of chemicals. I'm gonna use natural everything. Latrice said it was on sale at Sally's and used as a conditioner. Natural Goddess said it made my hair thicker, healthier, shinier, and softer. Nana said I was a loose natural and I used it because of blogs. Okay, cool. So, I mean, we've all tried it for various reasons, and Mooney says, I'm trying to get away from color kits. Okay, so if you're not familiar with henna, or it seems like, for the most part, you guys have used henna as a natural alternative to regular chemical hair color. And that's really what it's marketed as, a natural, safe alternative to hair color. It made my hair change color without permanent dye or rinse. Love playing in mud and the shine. Yes, the shine of henna is like so nice. And again, like I said, I was totally about that life. Like I agree. I said, henna is, I'm super natural, so I need to use only natural things in my hair, okay? I can't just put this chemical in my hair. I have to be natural, all right? So I was totally about it, right? And then I went to cosmetology school, and, I got the tea. So y'all want the tea? Y'all want the tea on henna? So, the tea, y'all, the tea. Y'all ready? You listening? I'm sitting in class in cosmetology school, and they're talking about hair color chapter, and I'm like, okay, cool hair color. Yeah, I know the hair color. I researched everything. I know all about it, right? And so they're like, okay, most when clients come in and they tell you, we have to do a consultation. They say, have you ever used any hair color on your hair? And then most people that have tried henna will say, no, of course not. I don't use hair color on my hair. No, I only use natural juices and berries and plants, so I don't use any type of hair color, right? And so I was like, well, I mean, henna, you can kind of say it's a hair color. So they're like, you have to ask them specifically, have you ever used henna? Because that falls under the hair color category. Natural hair colors or temporary hair colors. And so I was like, okay, well, I use henna. So what's up with using henna? Why we have to ask them, this? What difference does it make? Okay, it's all natural. It's not affecting my hair shafts, or, it's not changing my hair. Imagine this is your hair. This is your hair shafts, okay? So with your hair, you see how it's just nice and brown hair shafts, okay? Beautiful brown hair. When you chemically change your hair, there's normally I have my cuticle layers on here, but my son ripped them all off. So imagine there's cuticle layers here, right? When you have chemical hair colors, it will actually lift up the cuticle layers, the chemical, it oxidizes and lifts up the cuticle layer, and then it deposits color inside of this hair shaft, right? So your color, all your melanin in your hair shaft, it all comes from the inner layer inside of your cortex, right? So what you see on the outside, like your cuticle is like translucent. The color's all on the inside. So what henna does, actually, instead of it lifting up the hair cuticles, why it's not a chemical color, it actually has these big color molecules. Okay, imagine this is a color molecule. This is a henna. We're going for a bright neon, even though it doesn't come in this color, but just pretend. Bright neon color henna, okay, on our brown hair. So what henna does, instead of it lifting up the cuticles, it just, boop, sits here. It's going to just sit right there. It's going to be these huge chemicals just, or not chemicals, these huge color molecules just sitting on your hair shaft, okay? So why that matters? You said, okay, I have this neon henna color on my hair, but I want to go blonde for the summer, right? That's my color. That's what I want to do. And you go to a professional colorist and say, I've never used any color in my hair, or yeah, I tried henna. They're going to be like, oh no, go absolutely back up, go away. Because the molecules of henna actually just sit on your hair shaft like this, and they do not allow any type of chemical hair color to actually effectively lift and color your hair, because it has to penetrate this huge molecule. It has to get through the molecule and then lift up your cuticle and to get inside. So first it has to go, before where it could just lift up and go inside, it has to get through this thing, okay, and then lift it up and then get inside here to deposit color. So results may vary. So most professionals will actually stay away from coloring someone's hair that has henna. So if you colored your hair, let's say a month ago with henna, right? And you go and say, okay, now, a month ago, it was November. You go in like May and say, hey, I want to go blonde for the summer. Your hair has grown maybe, 6 months, about 3 inches, right? So only the 3 inches, this maybe 3 inches right here, only that part is going to effectively receive the color, the blonde color that you want to be. Everything else, results may vary, and vary, like your hair may turn green, it may turn some wonky, you don't even want to know. So what I want you to know about henna that you may not know is that if you want to put henna on your hair, understand you're only putting henna on your hair. Don't come a couple months later talking about, okay, I want to change my color to something else, because it's probably not going to work. And understand that, sure, I'll get to that. And understand that because it actually changes the color of your hair, it's not actually changing the color as much as it's sitting on top of your natural color. So if your hair is really dark and you're going for like an auburn color, you may see a reddish tint in like the sun or some really bright lights, but you're probably not going to actually really see the color, because it's not inside where the color is. It's not inside creating color from your hair. It's actually sitting on top of it, okay? So Sherelle, who is a cosmetologist, I want to say Sherelle is a cosmetologist, she acts with a soap cap work. If you're not familiar with a soap cap, it's something that's done as a bowl. Something that professional cosmetologists do at a bowl, where you can mix actually, what do you want to call it? I want to say bleach together with shampoo to, and some other things. Don't do this at home, okay? And try to remove colors and tints from your hair. Will a soap cap work on henna? Maybe. Again, it's one of those results may vary, because the molecules of henna are so big that the bleach or whatever you're using has to try to penetrate and get through it. So just be very, very careful and mindful when you put henna on your hair. You also want to make sure that it's true henna, right? Because a lot of places say, can you henna over a box color? Good question. Okay, so again, so with the way box color works, or chemical hair colors, again, they're lifting the cuticle layer of your hair shaft. This is your hair shaft. If you're just joining, this is our hair shaft. We're brown hair shaft today, okay? Normally there's cuticle layers on here, And so the way chemical color works, it actually lifts up the cuticle layers and deposits the color on the inside in the cortex. Color, all your color, melanin for your hair is actually inside of your hair shaft. It's not on the outside layer. Like looking at your hair, you're actually seeing a translucent cuticle layer. The color you're seeing is inside of my cortex coming out, okay? So the box color is lifting it up, it's lifting it up, removing your natural color, and then depositing the color that you want it to be. So let's just say we're brown and we're going red. Box color on, lift up the cuticle, remove like the darker tones to the hair, and then put in red, okay? So put in red. Henna, again, is going to come and boop, just sit on the outside. So if you have red, and let's say you put on a chestnut henna, the chestnut molecules, color theory comes into play. Red on the inside that you're seeing, chestnut that's sitting on top. What shines through may not be chestnut. I'm just saying. So you could do it. Will it look like how you are expecting to look like it? Or will it look like how you're expecting it to look? Maybe. So my professional recommendation is that you would just be very careful when using henna. If you're using henna, I don't do it. After I learned about henna, I don't do it. We ain't doing the powder dirt stuff in my hair. I don't use color henna. Yeah, they do make clear henna, so I mean you can do that. The benefits of henna are nice, but they can also be achieved with products that don't sit on top of your hair shaft like that. Can it cause buildup in locks? Yes, okay, because it's a granulated substance. It's like a powder. It's like mud, clay. You gotta like mix it together and put it on top of your locks. Depending what stage you're on, it can really cause some problems. Would it help with dry scalp issues? No. I'm not here to recommend henna in any way, shape, or form. Henna, sometimes it's drying, sometimes you get conditioning, sometimes it's shiny, sometimes it's too, as a professional, it's too unpredictable, is my philosophy on henna. So again, this is a no judgment zone. If you use henna, if you love henna, I've used it, I've enjoyed it when I was loose natural. There's no hate. I'm just saying, once I learned about it in a professional light, I do not use it and recommend it. So I just wanted to come share with you guys a little bit about henna and how it, sticks to the outside of your hair. And can you use henna on weave? Girl, you better get you some color. Why you want to use henna? It's not even your hair. Get the results. Like, if you want your weave to be a nice ombre, get ombre that thing, right? What? Thank you guys. Thank you. Never use it, and I don't think I ever will. Yeah, I just really hope this would just help to shed some light on, how henna works on our hair. Not to say it's bad, because for some people, if you only want to color your hair naturally and you only want the tint on your hair, it will work just fine. But if you are looking to just have like an interim color on your hair, henna's not the way to go, because you can't put anything else over it. I used it when I was 16 and my mom wouldn't let me dye. Yeah, like there are definitely reasons why you could use it. But just understand how you're using or what it does.